On March 20th, Ahmad Nkeba, the outgoing Minister for Tourism and Culture, held a press conference at the Tourism and Hospitality Institute in Kanifing, where he spoke about achievements of his ministry over the past 7 years and revealed that the World Bank granted his ministry $68 million to support its activities.
We are now trying to see how we can repurpose the World Bank loan, $68 million, to accommodate some of the things that were very important to this institution, particularly in National Theatre. We've realized that most of our artists are subject to be renting very expensively places where they are not even allowed to sell drinks. So we want to put an end to that, to give them the opportunity to be in a modern National Theatre that they can display their talents and make money. And then, of course, you are all aware we've been represented internationally, showcasing Gambian culture and Gambian tradition all over. When we come to read that, we should be able to also tell you how much of that we have done. Now, the other one is our efforts, what was invested by everybody in convincing the World Bank to invest in to support the Gambian tourism sector with a grant of $68 million, which we never witnessed. And that project has started under the leadership of Mr. Modu Sise. He is not with us today because he has some issues, but I'm sure you'll be seeing them, and as often as possible, the minister will be updating you on some of the activities of this project.
Ba also said that the Gambia has made significant progress in tourism industry in the past 7 years. In 2017, there were 139,000 annual arrivals, which increased to 235,000 before the COVID-19 pandemic. However, due to the pandemic, the number of arrivals decreased to 90,000. Ba concluded that the Gambia was one of the fastest recovery countries in the sub-regions in terms of tourist arrivals. During the press conference, Abubakar S. Kamara, the Director General of Gambia Tourism Board, and Momodi Singate, the Director General of Gambia Tourism and Hospitality Institute, explained some of the ministry's achievements.
One of the greatest achievements that we have ever had is having a GT board head office. I've worked for tourism for the past 25 years, and we've always been housed either at the ministry or rental properties. This time around, GT board can boast of having their own office. I think this is a great achievement. The other achievement would be the infrastructural development, especially in terms of road connections within the tourism development area. I am sure if you had been frequenting the 3DA, you realize that going to Tamalat during those days was a nightmare. Much more going to Mansi Beach area and also Lemon Creek. These roads are now motorable, and they are now standard tarmac roads. I think this is also a great achievement. And also, I want to take this opportunity to thank the ministry for actually helping us make sure that this thing happened, as well as the other institutions like the National Roads Authority. They were very instrumental in helping us make sure that we have these roads.
In the period under review, we have offered 40 scholarships at certificate level and 30 scholarships at diploma level to people who had not been able to fulfill their requirements or conditions in terms of tuition fees. That these are needy students that have the required academic and skill potentials to develop, but they are not able to pay their fees, so we waive their fees for them as part of our corporate social responsibilities. In total, 70 students. Pre-2017, we have a 75% completion rate to our programs. And our recent statistics have shown 95% completion rate. And the same statistics also showed a 90% employment opportunities and completion for our graduates, meaning 90% of those who have graduated from this school have got jobs.
It is worth noting that Ahmad Nkeba was recently redeployed to the line of ministry following President Barrow's cabinet reshuffle. Among the attendees at the press conference include the newly appointed Minister for Tourism and Culture, Abdou Diop, and other senior officials of the ministry. For N24 News, I am our MCC.